3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 711. Don's MP711. He should have it out, but he doesn't.
We should get a free planning.
Oh, Don, you want to go grab it? It could be the mascot for today. Don't worry about it. He's muted. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm Brian Kilby. That's Don muted. Now Don unmuted. Don, MP711.
Hi. He's unreachable right now.
Should I buy? How much do they run for now? You haven't checked because you
I haven't since I've done anonymous mine. I saw one pop up as a suggested item on eBay, $379 and 40 shipping.
Ow!
Still cheaper
That's higher than I thought.
Yeah, it is cheaper than MP44. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's Chris.
Yeah.
Diecast.
I want my free Slurpee.
I'll just take a big gulp.
Yeah. Rob.
Hi.
And John Luna's here as well.
Yep.
I haven't had a Slurpee or a big gulp since 2015.
You're not
Anytime on 7-Eleven, you always get a free Slurpee. So I demand my free Slurpee.
7-Eleven now has their own proprietary syrup for the wild cherry. They're no longer using the Fanta cherry, and it's not as good.
Oh.
Also, the show is not as good without Matt here. Matt is not here. He needed to take a rest.
He went to 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Guys, thanks for covering for me last week. So, much appreciated. I need to go back and listen to the show. I just realized I haven't.
Oh, you might not want to.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
No.
I rescued it several times. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I was not prepared.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
He's just a little out of practice. If he guest hosted a couple more times, it'd come back to him.
Chris privately messaged me as like, "Hey, do you need me to cover for you today?"
Well, I said I asked if you needed me or Diecast to do it. That we could have Diecast theoretically be the host, but I would still be controlling things from the shadows as usual.
And I was like, no.
We missed you, Brian.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Probably wouldn't be here. My dog died this week. It happens.
Sorry.
I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's reached out about that. I have taken it way harder than I have anything and anybody in like 20 years, and I'm a big sucker. So
I'm so sorry.
I appreciate it. It's fine. I'll get over it. But just So I'm powering through. I need this. I need Dawn. I need an hour and a half of Dawn in my life. So to feel better. It's all about you, Don. People listening to the podcast, Don just put up his arms in confusion.
Don's at a loss for words.
He's at a loss for words.
It's nothing to do with him being muted.
Yeah.
No, it's just believe me, Brian. I know what you're going through, so it's.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
Anything we can do, let us know.
Cool, thanks. So, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. Gosh. Was there a news item last week I wanted to comment on? I can't remember what it was, so it's not important.
Well, you probably shouldn't have removed it from the show notes in the interim if you wanted to comment on it this week. I mean, you could go into the document history and, see what was there before.
Yeah, it's, I'll figure it out. I'm
curious what it was that you wanted to comment on.
Yeah. It was something. Let's see here. I guess are we still doing the live stream in mid-February? We
haven't talked about it since the last time you asked, but I assume so.
So how do we want to do this?
I don't know. We should probably figure out the details of that when we're not, going out live on the show.
No. I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud for the fans. So we have two options. We can try to do like a big deal like we normally do and get guests and stuff, or we can just, dick around and laugh and joke at stuff.
Well, there's the option that you're not considering, which is doing both.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. So I already have one person who is looking to be on. So if I haven't reached out to you yet, it's because I haven't reached out to anybody. So look forward to that. So we'll have more details. I'm not married to the weekend of Valentine's Day just because we haven't really promoted it much. So
it doesn't have to specifically be that weekend, just something that takes the place of that event.
Yeah, and also this weekend, this coming weekend, the Icon Online is happening, and maybe we should give a week or two extra as just buffer. You can find out more at icononline.wordpress.com. So that'll be a lot of fun.
We could theoretically do like for the last weekend of February, perhaps.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else? Guess nothing really. Anything else going on to talk about?
I
Nope.
mean, I think just their usual, self-aggrandizement plugs.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and jump to the news then. Guess what? Diecast.
Yes.
HasLab Unicron is shipping soon, at least from Robot Kingdom.
I have my theories on this.
Okay. Is it a dancing demon? There's something is right there.
That my theory is that these are already on a ship somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty good theory.
On the way over. And Robot Kingdom, their photo, I surmised you can fit 12 of these on one pallet. So if they make
No, you cannot. So
Now-
me and Anthony already had this conversation on Twitter, TFU Info, Anthony. So I thought the same thing looking at that first picture. It looks like there is 12 of them stacked on a pallet, but that's not a wrapped pallet. And there's subsequent pictures of shrink wrapped pallets, and there's only 6 of them on there, because if you go back to that first picture and look, you can see when they have them stacked 12 to a pallet, that one column of them is half hanging off of that stack base.
Okay.
You cannot fit 12 of them on one pallet. They
No,
are
it
too
looks
big.
like on a wood pallet you can, because I see there is a blue wood pallet, which is usually used for the case water. It's a little bit heavier duty.
It does look like that would hold 12 on the
And
wood
that
pallet.
it looks like that holds 12. But either way, just say it's 6. That's 2,000 pallets of Unicron on a ship somewhere to
Well,
the
not all
US.
12,000. Well, not all 12,000 of them will be coming to the U.S. I mean,
Well, they sold over 12,000, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but that's globally.
Okay, but I'm assuming
with the numbers
most
from
of
their
them-
distribution partners around the world. So
Yeah,
Well, the thing we have to remember is, just in case something happens, there's always the potential of finding the Korean version in a warehouse somewhere. The boxes may be sun damaged from age or something, but there's always that chance.
for people who haven't been around for 6 years paying attention to obscure third-party things, he's making an oblique reference to the Glacial Lords distribution method.
Yeah.
Where 2, I think, of the units of that were packaged as if they were vintage warehouse finds, which was
Yeah.
a clever gimmick, but
It was.
like most of the Glacial Lord moment, it didn't catch on.
Yeah. How much
But
Glacial
yeah.
Lord now?
I'm super excited. I just can't wait till Unicron gets here, and I can't wait to see my face when 2 of these show up. See my wife's face when 2 of
Yeah.
these show up on my doorstep.
I've informed my wife that they're coming.
I can't. So you can't wait to see your wife's face, but I can't wait to see your face when you see your wife's face when she sees the 2 Unicrons.
Well, the good
And-
thing is it has my tattoo on the box, so at least she'll see the reference.
Oh my God! I just thought of this. That Unicron is now diecast cutie mark, because that's what he's known for, is Unicron. So that's basically his cutie mark now.
Okay.
Yeah,
What is a cutie mark? I've heard the phrase.
It's a pony thing. It's a pony thing.
Oh.
That is the Unicron.
That
The
guy's
face
showing
on the
off.
outside of the box.
Yep, it sure is. Okay. Hey, so
Well,
that'll be
Don,
great.
you just took a guy getting 2 $600 toys and getting a tattoo of it, and you made it weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. I use my superpower for something positive. Then
Okay, sweet. Okay. Anything
it's a
else
very
about this?
specific superpower.
I think John had some interesting information that he talked about Robot Kingdom, because of how large the box is. Apparently, there's some extra shipping fees on top of the Unicron.
Did he? What say you, John?
I mean, yeah, I guess if you want it like expedited, you're gonna have to pay like hundreds of dollars, obviously, to get it by air or Anyway, but the super slow boat free. Oh, and then also the other thing, apparently, which I wasn't aware of this, but I guess it was an option at Robot Kingdom, is you could put like a down payment or pay for like half of it. So those like balances are now due, plus expedited shipping if you want, and you can throw down like $800 or something like that to get it soonish. By the way, at the time of this recording, it's really weird to me that we're probably like we're days if not hours away from getting pictures from buyers getting their Unicron, and like we get to see like fan photos of it. That's really weird to me.
Okay, this one hasn't leaked to some crappy YouTube channel.
The HKTF Facebook group probably is going to be full of.
And
I mean, Robot
were you
Kingdom's
trying to
Hong
say something
Kong,
about
and there's Unicrons at Robot Kingdom's facility, so.
What, Diecast, were you trying to say something about the orange and the yellow? Because that's on my mind too.
I'm really going to be disappointed if they're ungodly off, just because that's one of the things in the first update they said they were going to work on. Like, we're going to work on the color match.
And so Google farted while we were talking about that, and one thing I wanted to mention is one thing we haven't come across is any unscrupulous YouTube channel showing these off yet.
That's true.
That's a good thing.
What are the odds that one of my friends asked somewhere else? What are the odds that there's going to be any production errors or like defects?
100%.
Can you imagine being the lucky one?
And who knows how widespread it's going to be, but there'll be something out there.
It'll be me.
Yeah, both of them. Wait, I forgot. One robot mode.
Good to give a spare.
Yeah, one robot mode, one planet mode, or is one just resell?
No, one robot, one planet, and unless I change my mind, but that's the game.
Moving isn't cheap.
Yeah, if you look at eBay, you'll probably change your mind.
Ooh, I can buy a wait.
I can't wait till people actually start getting them in hand, and then everyone's going to go crazy. That initial craziness.
Well, I mean, it has been like
1,500,
a year and a half. Yeah, it's like a year and a half in the making. So it's been a slow burn. Does not begin to cover it.
Yeah, like someone on Twitter at Diecast2 was commenting, and they were like, "Oh, I'm coming to dismember your wallet," and I was like, "No, that was a year and a half ago."
Yeah. $1,450, $1,499. These are confirmed sales. $1,400. Yeah, Diecast, you should totally.
Yeah, but how much would it be to ship that in the U.S.?
A lot.
Yeah, but the buyer's going to pay.
This one's free shipping. That one's free shipping.
Oh, mistakes.
Yeah,
mistakes were made.
Yeah. Okay. That's something. Let's see here. What else? Oh, ho. This one made my day. BotBots return. Series 6 Gold Rush games catalog revealed. So we have the Caffeine Collective. These are the teams, the groups. The Play Plexers, the Pet Mob, the Gifted Guild, the Party Favors, the Magic Tricksters, the Cardio Clique, Hibachi Heats. Some of these are guest carryover from the previous. Frequent Flyers, Playroom Posse, Toilet Troop, and the Winner's Circle. Some of these, at least those that come out from Series 5. Like the Hibachi Heats, the Cardio Clique, the Toilet Troop. Those were all Series 5 figures, I thought. They were shown off at Toy Fair.
Oh, really? We got an eyeball, but no basketball?
We have a poop, and we have an eyeball, but we don't have basketballs.
They're killing me.
Yeah.
Who at Hasbro do I need to contact now? Because, I can't contact
Ben Montano.
I can't contact Ben. I can't contact John Warden.
Ben's still there.
Well, but I don't know if they really deal with Transformers that much.
That's his job. He's the brand manager.
Oh, Ben is still the the brand manager for Transformers?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Not that he would listen to you or could listen to you, but
yeah, I don't even know that if he has much say over the BotBots, but yeah, we need a basketball. I've been asking for it for a while.
which
Someone
one is
at
the
Hasbro
turd
has
in?
it.
It's not in the toilet troop, apparently. Apparently, ironically, it's not toilet troop.
It's part of the Gifted Guild for some reason.
Well, remember how BotBots works? Like members from different clans or whatever they call the will appear in pack marked for different groups. So the poop probably is a toilet troop member. It's just not in a toilet troop package.
Yeah, that's true.
specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dukes. From a distance, it looks kind of like a pretzel. But when you look at, he's certainly poop. Love it.
I see it now.
Yeah. It's hard to miss. It's poop.
Come on, Hasbro, get with the basketball.
Now, the Caffeine Collective, I love, but there's not an energy drink. It's like all coffee, and then like coffee-related stuff. Then there's a laptop for like writer's block. But I do love
I
that.
missed the second page of these before. I kind of want the skull.
Oh, which one is the skull in?
The skull,
Um,
bat, bonehead.
Part of the Magic Tricksters.
It's the one with the eyeball in it.
Ah, yes. That's pretty sweet. BotBots are awesome.
Will the eyeball fit in Unicron?
Ooh,
Excellent question.
probably not.
Yeah, probably too big, but even still.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm glad BotBots is going.
Yeah, hopefully these will come out. And Hasbro, I know you listen. I would love you to send me this one as well, please.
And a basketball.
I've been very lucky with Hasbro sending me like every wave of these so far, except for 4. They did not send me wave 4. They sent me an email saying they would be sending wave 4, then sent wave 5, and they're like, "Oh, that's what we meant." I'm like, okay, but I will definitely be looking forward to finding these. My
Oops.
target does carry BotBots still, so
Right now.
yeah, right now. Oh, this is something. Let's see. Can I get this on video? Been having issues with that. Yeah, it's more or less on there if you're watching video. Transformers costumes were found in a warehouse. So these were like for special events and such. This one's Jazz and Thundercracker. Those are awesome. I wonder if these things are going to go on sale, and if so, I'm curious how much these would sell for. 5 figures. I don't think any more than that.
Yeah. Well, so Brian, are these the one? I remember the ad where you could win the Transformer birthday party.
It might. I think it looks similar to me. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought they
think
were
so.
when I saw the article, because I remember it was the whole prizes in disguise when you got the. I think you have when they were doing the reflective patches, you had the prizes in disguise where you could win the birthday party.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's
Thundercracker can come and terrorize you on your birthday.
Yeah, and Thundercracker has some electronics gimmick there, some speakers. I don't know if it plays a Transformers theme or what, but it's
those
interesting.
are Duracell batteries. I'm surprised they're not corroded by now.
I mean,
It's a voice changer function.
like it modulates the voice. Okay, that's cool. That's really neat. Okay. Gosh, I would love to see these in person. Sadly, they probably don't fit most trans fans, so whoever buys them will not be able to wear them. Still pretty cool. Okay. And one more item. This one's fitting. since Godzilla versus Kong popped up. We have Dinobot Voyager figure has shown up in Singapore, and it was purchased at retail, right?
Yeah.
He is nice and big, which he should be. He's a good,
Although for proper scale, he should be about a head taller.
yeah, but he's about a head tall, just under a head taller than Optimus Primal. But man, he looks great.
I hope he doesn't break like my masterpiece did.
Cheaper to replace if it does.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Poor masterpiece Dinobot. It's the one masterpiece I really regret buying.
Most of the recent
Only
ones for
one?
regret. Yeah.
You know, I wonder if we'll get. I wonder if they can use that skeleton for anything else, or if it's going to be stuck with basic recolors, like maybe
Grimlock.
as a Dalmatian
Nah,
Grimlock.
They're not going to do it. I doubt they'll do it with a Grimlock in Studio Series, but they could. Well, at least as a
Selects.
Walmart. Yeah, like not
Or
Walmart, Amazon
Selects.
Selects or something. Yeah.
Are we gonna get a T-Rex out of
I hope
Megatron?
so.
Yeah, I can't see them not doing that as another selects, because that's why that's kind of like the way
Fire
things.
alarm?
That's kind of what selects is for. Coffee maker shut it down. Sorry.
Like
They
run.
don't do many. They haven't done any leader selects, have they?
Yeah, no, there was Galactic Man Shockwave.
Yep.
And
Optimus, the alternate universe Optimus Prime.
which wasn't technically a select, but I mean close-ish. So rumored for selects this year is Galvatron, which would be toy colors. But that'd
take
be
it.
much later this year.
Yeah.
Definitely want to get that if it's real, though.
If it looks the right way, yes.
So I gotta ask with Dinobot, is that like the correct, the limp wrist thing?
That's how it's
Kinda looks a
made.
little strange to me.
So if I'm looking at that right, it looks like the wrist joint is either a ball joint or a swivel, so there's not like a way to hinge the hands up.
It looks strange.
Which wrist? This one right here.
No, in Dinobot mode.
Oh.
In Dino mode, I guess you could say. The little arms, how they're just like they're limp, but they're like super long.
Oh. Yeah.
It just looks strange.
Yeah, it's not great.
Hey, you're buying it for the robot mode.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, honestly, I guess if you're gonna have a dinosaur shelf, you would keep him in Raptor mode. But for the most part, people want this for the Dino mode. I mean, bot
According to Actar, who is the one who bought this and posted the pictures originally, the rear legs are not very movable in beast mode either. So
Yeah.
the beast mode is not entirely a statue, but it's not far off. So like, it's not like Megatron where they took more steps to make the beast mode posable, unfortunately. But Voyager versus Leader.
But see, at least in Beast Wars, they couldn't stay in robot mode all the time. They had to be in beast mode.
Only when they left the house.
Yeah.
Is this one we would? I mean, there have been discussions of some of these being retooled into like transmetals. Is this one we would consider seeing be quite a bit of work, but I guess that's if you want it to be accurate.
It wouldn't be a retool, then it would just be like using de-engineering to make a whole new toy.
I
feel
don't
like
like
Hasbro
transmetal.
tried to forget about the whole transmetals thing. Like we circle back a lot on G1, Beast Wars, RID sometimes. They kind of stay away from the Transmetals stuff.
So transmetals are basically like super modes of upgraded versions of the characters. You know, a lot of shows and stuff feature that and have since Beast Wars. I mean, I don't think there's anything that, you know, is necessarily taboo about it. For most of the characters, they're not the iconic version, except for Cheetor and Optimus Primal. Well, to me, Optimus Primal and Megatron are the better versions of the Transmetals. But, you know, nobody really cares about Transmetal Rhinox or anything like that. I mean, somebody probably does. Not me. Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other... So Don had mentioned T-Rex. Didn't, in the last week, a picture of a different head sculpt for Megatron show up?
Oh, yeah, with the, like, grimacing teeth.
Yeah.
So that'll be something.
I mean, this thought was T-Rex, but Transmetal Megatron had the grimacing teeth too, right?
Well, yeah, but Transmetal Megatron's head was a reasonably different design than the normal.
That's true. That's true.
More likely that's something they just got as an alternate in case they want to do, like, maybe more toy color version, like they're thinking of doing with Galvatron, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, there's always alternate heads that are in there, and doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get used. Like, Fall of Cybertron Grimlock had a Megatron head.
Sure did.
There was a Demolisher head for Onslaught. You know, some of the stuff is just there just in case there's a chance to use it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to actually turn up somewhere. And this isn't exactly like last year when the alternate Starscream face showed up, because, like, Megatron doesn't have a Skywarp equivalent to.
Yeah, there's not like Seekers for Megatron, which that would be cool and expensive. So on the molds, the channels for those parts are cut off if they're not being used, or do they get...
So they can either be gated off physically so that the plastic doesn't flow into that part of the tooling, or if it's just a small part, they might just throw it away or recycle it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what we got. Who wants to go first? Chris.
I will. So I have Generation Select's Deep cover.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Hasn't been announced yet.
It hasn't.
You
That's
can't
right.
have it.
No, it hasn't. Grease Pit and Exhaust weren't officially announced when we first had those either, so it's basically the same thing like when that happened. So Deep cover is, we talked about this a little bit last week when the picture of it first showed up. It's based on a Diaclone coloring of the Sideswipe, the G1 Sideswipe mold. So there's a eHobby reissue of this from almost 20 years ago now. Boy, time just keeps on passing, doesn't it? But we checked with Matt last week, and there's not a masterpiece of this deco, which I thought was interesting. So if you want something other than a G1 mold, for this character, this is pretty much your option. And I like the Siege Sideswipe mold, so even though there's not any physical differences between this and any other use of that mold previously, like, it's still pretty good. All the parts fit is good on this. This is one of the few examples too, actually, where the chest and torso piece actually clicks in securely. Most of them, like, they'll stay down, but it doesn't take anything to just, like, lift that away. So this one actually tabs in really well. The tolerances overall are really good, and, like, people have pointed out, and correctly so, that it's basically just G2 Sideswipe with blue instead of red. But, you know, it's a nice shade of blue, and it's not, like, super distinct from that previous use, but it is distinct enough. It's got a little bit of different deco on it. It's got the little, like, police badges painted on the side panels and on the hood. Unfortunately, like Tiger Track, though, the roof is basically transparent. It's not even particularly dark, and there's no roof lining deco on there, so it's just like a clear canopy where you can see nothing, the nothingness inside, much like the nothingness inside me. No, I'm just kidding. The weapons are painted more than on I think any other use of this. So the missile tip is all painted in white, and the launcher half has a silver tip on the end, and the rifle is dipped silver as well. So it looks really nice. I'm pretty pleased with it. At this point, I just want them to make Clampdown, which is the police car version of Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Which, it would just be a run off of Red Alert's underlying plastic colors with a new deco mask on it. And I would not, I would not doubt seeing that sometime in the next year because it's such an easy thing for them to just kind of run along.
I have it
one
here. What are you talking about?
yeah, no, there's a masterpiece of Clampdown, just not of Deep Cover. So what we need to have is both of those characters in one format together, besides the eHobby reissues where they originated from as Transformers. One thing I do want to note on this, it's not going to show up on camera, but the eyes are actually painted in a metallic blue, which looks really, really nice in person. Like, it's not like the chrome eyes some of the Japanese Transformers had in the late 90s and early 2000s, which were like one of my favorite Transformer eye effects on a toy. But these catch the light really well. I really like the shade of blue they are. It's a really nicely done redeco, even if it is, fundamentally similar to something we've had for over a year, almost a year and a half now, I think. I like G2 Sideswipe a lot too. The bigger thing I got though, literally and figuratively, is Studio Series 86 Grimlock.
Nice.
And I know I'm not the only one. Matt has it. He's not here. I saw Brian hold one up earlier too. It's a really nice take on G1 Grimlock. So the 2006 Classics Grimlock, I always really liked because it tried to go its own way and kind of be a little bit inventive in interpreting Grimlock. And I still really like that a lot. But for something that's actually accurate to the original G1 Grimlock design, this is a really, really good attempt. I've handled the Masterpiece Grimlock and didn't really care for it. I like this better than that. It feels better. Like, one problem I always felt with the Masterpiece was that a lot of the floating parts, especially like the wings, didn't really want to just like stay in one place. So as you move the figure around, stuff would just kind of like move and not feel like it's really holding on. And I don't have that problem with this. All the weights distributed a lot better. The joints hold up more solidly because it's all plastic. There's no metal in the construction. And like, for an ultimate realization of G1 Grimlock, this just feels like what I want it to feel like. Of course, there is, the recurring problem of the thick, fat, stubby tail, but at this point, we have to just have the realization that we're never going to have like a slim-tailed Grimlock again, because it's all trying to have the robot mode emulate a media interpretation of the original toy that was impossible to actually have be a real thing.
When you say it feels like Grimlock, do you mean physically or just aesthetically?
Yes.
Okay. The upper torso in Dino mode feels too shell-formery for me. Even though all Grimlocks are shell-formers, it just feels especially shell-formery.
Okay, but like you say, like, they're all that way?
Yeah.
Like, that's how the design is supposed to work?
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like there's more volume than there should be. I don't know.
I mean, it's possible that the Dino body wings are more... They take up more area than they should, but that would be just in service of making sure the T-Rex mode is big.
Yeah.
Because, like, they could have got away with doing that in a smaller volume, probably, but then he wouldn't be as big as a dinosaur. Like, the robot mode for this is so big. When I got the thing in the mail and opened it and saw it in person for the first time, I was just really blown away by the size of Studio Series Grimlock. It is like the biggest leader class toy we've had in ages.
Yeah, he's huge.
I mean, at least as compared to like regular generation stuff for the last couple of years, like, Grimlock just is really big as a leader. It's really satisfying for its price point. I have it in T-Rex mode though for one reason that's really important to me, but also I wanted to demonstrate this because I don't remember hearing about this before. The head turns.
Yeah,
The
it's
head
pretty
turns
cool.
in dinosaur mode. I love that. I wasn't expecting that.
Nice.
But the thing that I appreciate a lot about this, you might remember when I was talking about Kingdom Megatron, I was kind of disappointed because in Megatron's dinosaur mouth, it's a 5mm socket instead of a blast effect peg. Well, Grimlock has a blast effect peg in the mouth, which means finally I have a dinosaur that can breathe missiles thanks to Cyberverse Starscream's accessory.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes. Yes. I am very pleased.
Oh man.
Oh, also it comes with this piece of crap. The little wheelie accessory figure.
Yeah, couldn't they give it some joints at the knees? Like
No.
I can understand the hands, but give me joints at the knees.
Well, that would have been at least 2 more parts per wheelie. So
And if you gave him joints at the knees, you would say, well, why didn't they give him joints in the arms?
Well, I'm
And
going to
then
do it
when they
on,
give
and
him-
I'll be like, but I wheelie would have appreciated it.
How easy is it for you to get him to like stay onto Grimlock's back?
It's pretty easy.
Is it?
He-
Well, let's
Yeah,
find
he tabs
peg.
in.
Okay, I'm not able to get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in dinosaur mode, you're supposed to use the sockets on the legs, on Wheelie's legs.
If you can see, I kind of have it pegged in. There's a little slot on the back of his legs, and then there's a post.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get him onto those posts, but once you do, he's solid. Like he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I can easily fiddle with on camera and get it to show you, but like it does work. And it's such a stretch. There we go. So you're pretty much stretching the legs as wide as they'll go to get them to snap on there. And
Okay.
then in doing that, the tension on there holds it into those pegs really well. Now, let me see if I can get a little bit more. And yeah, so I can get them pretty much upright like that. It looks a little bit awkward, but like it's on there, it's secure. And at least from the angles that the webcam is capturing it from, it almost looks like a natural pose. Almost.
Yep.
Yeah, as a glorified accessory, Wheelie's not the worst thing. And like I get why the legs have to be permanently bent for this specific application. But like I agree it would be nice to have like an option for straight legs somehow. Especially since like they put a waist joint on Wheelie when they could have just as easily sculpted the thing so that the torso was permanently at a tilt. Like, you know, they're putting joints in here which theoretically are not strictly necessary, and leaving out ones that might have been helpful otherwise. But you know, it is again just basically it's an accessory that has its own accessory actually because the slingshot comes out. Comes out of the hand.
It does.
Which that I thought was
Oh,
weird.
nice.
I was
I
like, that
didn't realize
just
that.
molded into the hand.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense why, just from a practicality standpoint, because it would be almost impossible to mold that slingshot into the hand and not have it come out like with the arms fused together or something like that.
Well, hey, Chris, I haven't had a chance to look at that figure much since I can't find one locally. Can the waist come apart and maybe someone could do a third party bottom leg attach? I mean, is it made so like it's like on a mushroom peg? You can just pop on a new pair of legs if someone does that.
Yeah, so it is a mushroom peg, and there's a screw that holds the torso together that's accessible from the back. So, like, you could theoretically take the torso apart and free it from the legs, but the legs themselves are on ball joints, so it'd probably be easier just to have someone make replacement legs and leave the existing pelvis unit. If someone was going to be inclined to do that, which I don't really see happening. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this Grimlock turned out. my previous favorite was Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, which was a nice enough toy, especially in the Target exclusive deco, which was like cooler grays and the chrome, like the G1 Grimlock toy. But you know that hardly was a G1 Grimlock of any stripe. It was just like the best option up to that point, and this is better. And the transformation actually is not even particularly complicated either. Like it's a really satisfying, smooth process. I'm overall just really pleased with how this turned out. The one like little nitpicky thing I might ask for would be a little bit more articulation in the dinosaur arms, like swivels for the hands. But like other than that, even those have a pretty good range of movement. And I actually I love the way the shoulder joint looks and feels on here too, because like it looks like a part that should be a lot more static than it is, but it's got a great range of movement and plenty of tension to hold in place anywhere you want it.
Yeah, if anyone has the masterpiece, it's a dumbed down transformation of the masterpiece.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And like I said before, to me, this feels better as a toy than the masterpiece ever did too.
Yeah, I could totally. It is more of a toy than the masterpiece ever was.
Yeah. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit simpler, a little bit easier to handle version of the masterpiece, basically.
And still, in ways, just as nice.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Paladin, the shoulder joints are pretty tight, but not like worryingly so. Just like they're very solid in wherever you leave them. Paladin's asking in our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord. Join us live on Wednesday every week, and we'll talk to you too.
And I have to thank Paladin because he hooked me up with the Grimlock. So thank you so much.
Oh, that's all I have.
Okay. Who else?
I got some stuff.
Okay.
Other than Grimlock, thanks to Paladin. Thanks to the Toy Guy 08 on gmail.com. I also have Fans Toys Smokey. And he's really nice. I haven't transformed him. I just got him today. So he is he feels like a Fans Toys product, which I really enjoy. Transformation, I don't know. He comes with 2 guns, which is cool because a lot of times, you know, you get a bot, he only comes with 1. So I like that the fact that he comes with 2. And yeah, he's pretty solid. So I don't know if he has any more left, but you can always email him, thetoyguy08@gmail.com. He also has those Fans Toys stands that just came out. So I didn't need one, but if you need a stand for any of your other Fans Toys stuff, he has those available too.
So, Doc asked, with all of the Stunticons going around, how close are you to completing your Fans Toys Minosaur? I mean, how
Fans Toys is only missing one, the gray one. Is that Wild Rider?
Okay, because I've been trying to keep up, and it's very difficult with all these Stunticons going around.
So I have 4 of the 5 Fans Toys ones. I have 5 of the X-Trans bots, but I don't have the trailer. The trailer it is shipped from Taobao, and I haven't gotten a Taobao shipment in months. Like, there's stuff that should be here, but I think it's all just like backing up at the port, and the port just can't get through them because they do ship to the US, but then they never move, basically. So I have a ton of stuff. Like, I should actually have this guy, whatever his real name is, from DX9 to complete my DX9 Menosaur, but that's been in shipping for like 2.5 months. So I have 0 completed Menosaurs, and all 3 are just like so close.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's all I got this week.
Well, now, are you getting the Magic Square Stunticons? Because
Yes, I am.
the first two are out.
Yes, they are also in
Okay.
shipping.
Okay.
They're also in somewhere. I may see them by like the summertime.
You also
Yeah, shopping off Taobao is not a good experience.
So
right
you've
now.
not had good luck with receiving anything. You've not had good luck with shipping anything. The thing you sent me on the 10th hasn't been scanned since the 10th.
My dad's still waiting on a birthday card. His birthday was January the 5th.
Mm.
I actually got a Christmas card yesterday. That was December 22nd.
Yeah, that's about right. About a month behind seems to be the going rule on a lot of things. So I'm figuring about this time next week he'll probably get that birthday card.
But it's not like everything. It's just like random things decide to be a month late. Like it's either here in a couple days or it takes a month.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's things that go through like specific places to be sorted that had the worst traffic over the holidays. Probably that's where the bottleneck is, but that's just a guess based on basically nothing.
Cool. Who else? Don? Don raised his hand.
Yep, I'll go. Okay, I got a couple. Well, I'm gonna say my off topic for the end because I got some off topic stuff that I'm. Yeah, well, it's the big thing I've been waiting to go on sale that went on sale, and I'm glad I got it when it was on sale because I've been wanting it for a while, but not the big stupid eBay purchase that I'm still raising funds for.
Oh.
But on topic this week, I was able to find Studio Series Deluxes. So I was able to find Jazz, Blur, and Cup.
I'm so jealous.
I'm still trying to find you a Cup, Chris. It's just I got the last three they had, and there's been nothing else since then. So I got those. I'm looking forward to turning into those. I've opened up Jazz. I haven't had a chance to mess with him much, other than he looks good, but he doesn't feel quite as sturdy as Hot Rod. I don't know whether it's because the transformation isn't as involved, so they didn't have to do a lot more things with him. It's just he just feels kind of light compared to Hot Rod. Again, it's just more of a tactile thing than anything else. But he looks great. He looks like Jazz. I never really cared if the doors was open or closed. It never made that much of a difference to me. But he really does look good. So I'm looking forward to opening up the other two. I also picked up today because we all know what my favorite time is. Headmaster time.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to get the.
I thought it was Hammer time.
Hammer time. No, I was able to get the 4 Walmart Headmasters. Really wanted these since they were announced. Never saw them online available for pre-order. If they went up, they were gone in a flash. Big surprise. But again, it's just the box. I know it's not exactly the same, but I love the retro boxes. I love the look. I'm hoping to eventually get another set that I can open and leave these in the box as they are. But again, these are really nice to get, and I'm happy to get them. My first off topic was I picked up Gwen Stacy, the end of the Spider-Verse, to go with the Miles Morales I got last week, and I'll be selling the Stiltman parts and the Spider-Ham figure from that. But the big thing that I got, the one I've been talking about the last week, was waiting for this to go on sale. Finally went on sale. And I can talk about what I got, but I'll let it do the talking for me.
Megatron attack? Oh.
Yep.
Yoka?
Yep. 1.5 complete selection Kamen double belt. Went on sale at GameStop, down from $199 to $159. So I was able to get that. Really happy to get that. Double Kamen Rider Double has been one of my favorite Kamen Rider shows. Really glad to get that. And because it was on sale, I was able to get the Lost Driver as well with the Skull and the Eternal Memories as well. So thanks to the sale, I saved about $80. I got both belts for $200. So I was really happy to get, because I checked online. The double driver itself, just using eBay as a base, was anywhere from about $249 with 50 to 60 shipping out of Japan. So I got them. I got both belts a lot cheaper than I've seen them ever. So big again. I know people have some issues with GameStop, but when they run a sale and when it's in stock, you can usually get a pretty good deal. So I'm real happy to have gotten those.
But now you need one of these.
The T2 version, the T2 Joker. Yeah. I'm not really going to go. I'm hoping to not go down because I know some of the candy toys will work with the. No, John, I don't. Thank you for sharing. Not with all that, but I know there's a lot of memories that are compatible. But this is kind of like the basic thing that I wanted. So I'm really happy with that.
So all the candy toy and the Gashapon Gaia memories work in the belt. They just don't work exactly the same way as the deluxe memories do because they don't have the either the button at the bottom or the two side buttons that act as the specific triggers for the conditions.
I'll be honest with you. I'm only half paying attention when you're talking about this because.
Obviously
in the middle of a conversation on Twitter, but I saw it and I honestly thought you had started vaping and you were just showing it off. And showing off the vaporizer.
Well, Common Rider is a drug. I mean, it definitely buying this stuff is plastic crack in a way, I guess.
Actually, now that I think of it, one thing that Diecast and JD is somebody I worked with, JD had in common was they started vaping just because they could. So Diecast was vaping caffeine, and JD was just vaping.
Yeah, and I also forgot. And last week when after the show last Thursday, I ran out of town just to get out of town for the day. Found nothing. That's when I found the Target that said, "Yeah, we got those in stock. They're on the truck. It'll be loaded and put out sometime next week." So by that point, I was like, I've got to find something to make this trip worth it. So I picked up Cybertron Deluxe Soundwave. It's not bad. It's a pretty good looking Soundwave. It's just Soundwave is not like a super important figure to me. Unfortunately, he was the winner of the I'm going to buy something just to make up for this trip because I couldn't find anything else award. But he's not bad.
Yeah, Soundwave seems to be pretty highly regarded in the Cyberverse wave. But overall, I'm seeing reports on all of them. I personally don't like the Starscream that much, but it's not like a bad toy. It's just not a great Starscream.
Yeah, well, I think the one thing, the main reason I got the Starscream was because Target screwed up the listing and they had, so I didn't know which one to get. So after watching a couple of reviews to see whether I was going to keep the Starscream or not, once I finally did get the Prowl that I wanted, Starscream's transformation looks like it's going to be a really interesting way to get from one to the other.
Yeah,
sort of like Thunder Howl, even though the jet mode is kind of kludgy and the robot mode isn't quite Starscream. I think the getting there will be an interesting enough experience to keep the figure.
Yeah, and that seems to be something that they're leaning into with Cyberverse is the transformation engineering. Actually making that kind of a thing for these otherwise familiar robot and vehicle forms that have already been visited upon in Cyberverse in some format.
I would like to see that in other lines like Kingdom. I mean, we're seeing that in Kingdom with Cyclonus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think they're afraid that if they get too far away, especially in Generations, from what people think it should be, they're kind of running on the edge there of well, it looks good, but it doesn't transform in the way, it's, you never really know, I guess. But yeah, that's, why are you standing there looking at me? You've got food.
Oh, I assume that's all that Don's got now that the cat's begging for food.
Yeah. Sorry.
So what was the big one, Don, that people were going to be impressed with?
The
double driver?
The vape stick?
The double driver. My vape sticks, my vape. Yeah, my literally plastic crack, yes. But that's just because, again, I've been looking at them for the longest time and I saved $80, so that I was really happy with that.
Cool. Okay. Who else? Anybody?
I got one thing. It's off topic, but last week when I got done the show, my copy of Super Robot Wars T was on the front porch. I've been playing that series since I could emulate the Super Nintendo back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And in the last 5 years or so, they have actually started fully translating the games into English and releasing them in Asia. And so it is just fun to play this ridiculous little fan fiction-y simulator game with the casts of G Gundam, Cowboy Bebop, and Gal Gar, among others, all just in one place. And yeah, it's a fun game. I'm glad I got it, and it was $50, which for an import game is not terribly bad at this point. So you can get all of those in English for the PS4 or Switch if anybody else has been messing with those forever like I have and would like to actually be able to read the stats and skills and know what's going on.
Cool. John?
The only thing I got was off topic. It was my last loot crate from NECA Cartoon Ninja Turtles, and that was a loot crate that started 9 months ago, 10 months ago. It got disrupted because of COVID, obviously.
It's a NECA Turtles loot crate, really?
Yeah, so they did 3 boxes over the course of last year. The first box was based on the Mirage comics. The second box was based on the video games.
And you'll love what the third box is.
And the third box was based on the cartoon. Specifically, it was the episode 1 of season 5, The Turtles and the Hare, which here is the synopsis. This was a cartoon. So this happened, and we loved it, or 8-year-olds loved it.
I don't even remember season 5 of the cartoon.
I remember this episode for sure. And so did NECA. So this originally aired September 16th, 1991. I'm not going to spoil the whole story, but
oh dear God, I remember that.
The setup is Krang sends Bebop and Rocksteady dressed as Easter bunnies from the Technodrome, which is in Dimension X by season 5, stuck there, through the dimensional portal during Easter. They arrive in New York City to blast people with a docilizer ray. They go to News Channel 6, where, of course, the staff, adults, are planning to have an Easter egg hunt. And hilarity ensues. And so the last box in this Loot Crate series has Bebop. And if you pre-ordered and paid up front for all 3 boxes, you got a bonus figure. So the standard box comes with actually Rocksteady dressed as the Easter Bunny. And the bonus figure is, of course, Bebop, also dressed as the Easter Bunny. They're fun. They come with 1 accessory each, which you guessed it is a basket full of eggs, a couple of alternate hands, because, why not? And I got those. And this one time, they will stay mint in box, I suppose, because I have no need to
Those are
display.
real figures. That's not made up.
They're
John,
fun.
that's
They're fun.
that's the same Bebop and Rocksteady that was on the shelf at Target.
Well, I mean,
It's the same heads.
yeah.
Okay, but I mean that size and that much plastic.
Yeah. These come single packed. Again, because Loot Crate kind of busted them up based on how you purchased the crates. But yeah, I mean, because of the rabbit ears, they feel larger than a standard figure. It's purely an optical illusion. But Bebop and Rocksteady were on the larger size of figures anyway. But yes, plus the ears. They're nice and hefty. Again, they are Bebop and Rocksteady dressed as rabbits. But yeah, that was the one thing I got. I am happy I got it because, again, I paid for this almost a year ago. And it finally arrived unannounced with no shipping notification. So that was fun. But bottom line is I got it. And, they're wacky and stupid. But it's cool. And it's nice to have.
Cool. Anything else? You got the Headmaster stuff, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I picked up a set of Headmasters. Honestly, I picked them up just on a whim to see. There's probably a bit like I'm not gonna have to go down my list of friends probably long before somebody snaps them up. I could always return them. But
Well, if nobody's taking them, I mean, I'll take them. I guess.
no, I mean they're not like this isn't a pity party. They don't need your pity.
No,
Brian.
like I just assumed that I'll find them, but I've had no luck so far.
I mean they're a Walmart G1 retro exclusive. Have those ever been hard other than maybe Devastator? Have they ever been hard if you're like actively pursuing them?
Well, and certainly nothing at the $20 or so price point. Like Blaster was everywhere, and even Astro Train, which went up to like 40, was not hard to find. So like
Mhm.
I think outside of that first batch, which they probably under ordered because they weren't sure, it hasn't been hard to get any of the G1
Well,
Walmart
Mhm,
stuff.
mhm.
I think right now though it's more the fact that with everything vanishing so quickly. I mean, it's like look at all the stuff that we tried to order online. I never even saw the Headmasters go up online available for purchase from Walmart themselves. And I think everybody's just like they're buying it when they see it because we don't
Mhm.
know if and when they're going to even see them again.
Yeah,
like,
the other thing to compound that is this was leaked. Naughty internet. But anyway, I'll just say we know that this is a multi-wave concept for Walmart. So if you miss wave 1 and wave 2 and so on, keep going with this. People will, obviously want to double back and try to complete the line. And so there's that too. And then I don't know. This is a bigger topic for a different time, but at some point maybe it's because all the conventions got canceled and I don't know, something happened, but all of a sudden it's like every day is a BotCon or Comic Con dealer room at every Target and every Walmart, and every toy department head knows exactly when they get stuff and when the scalpers come and when stuff sells, and they all know exactly what you're talking about. If you talk to them about
John,
toys, it's bizarre.
John, have we become the Hot Wheels collectors?
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
know.
Yes, we
We
have.
won. Like at some point, nerd culture became culture. So
Yeah.
like we won there at some point,
So
and now something happened.
I wasn't on last week, so I didn't get a chance to tell my story about going to Target looking for Studio Series stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm looking for these and these Transformers. And the guy just said, it's the Studio Series 86 stuff, isn't it? I'm like, yeah. It's like we sold that out 2 days ago. There's no more on order right now.
So weird.
Yeah.
They're all like that. Anyway.
Yeah, and like the day before, I saw somebody actually buying Transformers, and it's just so weird because, I'm still used to, like no adult collector collecting Transformers, but it's, for the most
It's like
part.
flipping up the collar of your trench coat and pulling your hat down so nobody can see your face while you go skulking through the toy aisle.
I mean, back during Beast Wars, how often did you see adults buying Transformers?
Only me.
Yeah, exactly. I saw kids shopping Transformers then. I only see adults buying them now, and that's kind of sad. Well, on rare occasion, I'll see a kid looking at them, but it's usually with a parent that's looking through them themselves. So, yeah. Cool. Anything else, John?
Nope. I'm
Okay, a
good.
few things from me. I got Grimlock as well. Sadly, I vastly prefer the robot mode, and I did not want to feel that way, but I really love the robot mode.
The robot mode's nice.
Yeah. He's so big. And I do like the early G1 stuff, season 1, season 2, when the Dinobots were in robot mode and they still towered over the other Autobots, and in robot mode he does a great job with that. Mm-hmm. So it's a great representation.
Yeah, he's like head and chest taller than Earthrise Optimus, isn't he?
Yeah, he's big. A couple off-topic things real quick, just because I got Origins Merman, Masters Universe Origins. Target had it. And they also had Zodak. It's the first time I've actually gleefully bought a Zodak. I always consider him like the most boring Masters of the Universe character and figure. But hey, he was on the shelf and I got him. I missed She-Ra and Roboto by 30 seconds. I actually realized that these guys were in stock when I saw somebody walking away with those two. He was a collector, not a scalper, because I actually talked to him a few minutes later, and he was like, "Yeah, I really want to get those." And he called them Battle Punch or whatever, the Blast Punch. He meant the Battle Armor. He's like, "Yeah, I really want to get the Blast Punch Skeletor and He-Man." I'm like, "Oh yeah, my friend in Tennessee got those for me. I have not seen them around here." It's like, he's like, "I'm happy for you." I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Hey, congratulations on those two." So I didn't feel bad that I missed them, but I still would have liked to have gotten that Roboto especially. But I got these two. Two more small things. I got this. Let's see here. It is the Bumblebee, the blue figure from the Happy Meal, 1985 McDonald's. Leaves me with 4 left.
Oh, wow.
4.
You can do it.
I can do it, yeah. So I honestly was sort of surprised. I opened up Facebook begrudgingly, and one of
As you do.
Yeah, if anybody's listening right now, I have removed myself from all but like 3 Transformers groups, and 2 of them are probably going. Don't add me to anymore, please. I get people trying to add me to Transformers groups all the time. But and there's one I really like. I joined the Australia group. I got added to it to answer a question about something, and I just stayed on. And I like it, but I'm still thinking about. I'm probably going to remove myself from it. So anybody out there who communicates with me there, I'm probably going to drop off just because I'm trying to get out of Facebook groups. But I saw this pop up. Somebody was trying to get a price on it, and the first person who responded cited the ridiculously priced ones on eBay right now. I'm like, look. No, don't go by those prices. The guy's not selling them. He's dropping the price incrementally, due to lack of interest. It's like, realistically, that one's probably worth about $75. And then people chimed in. It's like, like 3 years ago, those were like $20, or 10 years ago, those were like $20. And sadly, yes, they have gone up in price. But I pointed out, I'm like 70%, 80% of the market on eBay over the last 2 years. And I only have 4 left. I don't know if
So if anybody else is looking for them, the prices will go back down soon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when somebody's not trying to complete the set, they'll go back down. So that means I should get rid of my duplicates before that.
Yes.
So I don't even know which ones I have. I need to actually just document it and start actually asking around if people have it or have them. So I got that. And I haven't opened this yet. I honestly, due to everything going on, selling the house, my dog Max and everything, I just have not had time. But this came yesterday. I ordered it during the show 2 weeks ago when I was on it. It is my Mitten Box Power Master Optimus Prime.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
The box is, it's a little dinged up, but it is very nice. The box is in really great shape, all things considered.
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't worried too much about the condition of the toy because I have multiples of that toy if I need to part it out to go in here. So, very pleased with that. It leaves me with not that many G1 Optimus Primes that I need to get in box to go on my display. I'll need to get Action Master. I'll need to get the original G1 because I don't have it in box. And that may be it.
I mean, what other G1 Optimus Primes were there off the top of my head?
Yeah, when I say G1, I mean G1, G2. Yeah, you're right. So I mean,
Yeah.
I've got Laser Prime, G2, this, Jinrai. I guess I'm going Japanese. There's more. I'll need to get the God Jinrai set eventually, but there's not that many. So yeah, G1 Optimus and Action Master. And then unless, I'm never going to get things like the Goodbye Convoy set and stuff like that. Absolutely not. I'm never going to go down that rabbit hole. But so just like the general base figures, pretty darn close. then I could probably start going for like, if I want to go Optimus Prime, not that I'm an Optimus Prime collector, but they do look nice in the box. I could start moving towards stuff like Unicron Trilogy and whatever. That should be, those are pretty easy to get a hold of. So, but yeah, that's what I got this week. I don't think there's anything else. Nope, that's it. Okay. So, hey, Amazon. tfradio.net/Amazon. You should buy something. Because it'll help us out. And it doesn't cost you a cent more. Not one teeny tiny cent. Not at all. tfradio.net/Amazon. You can buy whatever. Toilet paper is getting hard to find again. Go to Amazon, buy some. Buy some toothpaste. Some deodorant. Eventually, convention season will come back. You'll need deodorant. I'm shocked still, in this COVID life, how many days I might, used to be I would take a shower once or twice a day. Now I might skip a day. And I don't like that I've become that person. So here I'm going to go order some soap and some deodorant from Amazon as incentive to make sure I shower every day. tfradio.net/Amazon. Actually, it's not a bad idea. I've never actually bought soap on a rope. Is that like for old people? I know they don't sell it for prisoners.
Yeah, I guess that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not much of a market, but people are getting older. There's a ton of soap on a rope. I'll find the best one and order. Ooh, Caswell Massey Triple Milled Luxury Bath Soap. $20? Is that for a single bar? Screw that.
Well, it comes with the rope.
God, soap is... I bought some expensive soap because I thought, oh, you know what? In this COVID lifestyle, I forgot, there's other people in this house. I need to smell nice. Like before we got married when I was younger, I wanted to smell nice for my wife. So I bought this soap that was from, I think it's called Squatch or something. And it's got like pine tar and all these weird things. And I'm like, oh, that's manly. That'll be great. Kim will love that. And I took a shower with it and Kim gagged. So if you're trying to impress your significant other with pine tar soap, maybe don't. Unless they want to advertise on the podcast because they are a podcast sponsor, but not ours. Pine tar soap is not the way to go. But you can go to Amazon, buy a bunch of soap. And of course, there's our Patreon, patreon.com/TFradio. We produce exclusive content for Patreon. We enjoy doing that. We just posted an episode of Toy Detective about Studio Series Grimlock that Chris recorded. So if you want to get that, that is, again, exclusive for patrons. And we have our Hot 5 podcast that we post weekly. I have a backlog I need to get out of our exclusive podcast. RFC Throwback. I'm a few episodes back on that due to moving some stuff. But my schedule is opening up now that the house is on the market. So we'll get that out. That's at patreon.com/TFradio. Especially at the end of the month. Just slide on in. It's beginning of the month. You'll be there for the whole month. You'll get all the benefits of being a patron. And of course, people sometimes forget and their cards might get declined at the end of the month. So it's always very helpful for us if you at the beginning of the month sign up. So we would appreciate that. Patreon.com/TFradio. And of course, we want to thank our patrons at the Touch tier who are there for us. Kevin Dorsey, our very first patron. He wanted to be our first patron. So I'm like, Kevin, I'll let you know when we go live. And he's been a patron at the Touch tier ever since. Thank you so much. Ryan Bona, Cheesy Patty, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Matthew Dedman, Jonathan James, Nathan Sampy, Ness, Joey Russell, who is now on Twitter. You should follow him. Jason Hiley, Mike Mallory, Jason W. Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, who I saw in the Discord earlier, Sean Bratton, and Spider Bob / Massey, the cat. So, yeah, thank you all so much for being a patron. You can find these folks at tfradio.net/credits. You can find us basically anywhere. Hey, one thing I don't mention often, leave us a review. Wherever you listen to the podcast, especially some of these places that are new, like if you listen on Audible or Spotify, it'd be really helpful for us if you could leave us a review. I'm not going to tell you that it ups us in like the search rankings or anything, because usually that's not true. But visually, it does help when somebody sees a podcast and they see like 5-star reviews. They're more likely to listen. It doesn't take any time. You can do it while you listen to the show. It doesn't cost you any money, and it would actually really help us out. So please do that. I'm on Twitter at BKilby, on Instagram at Brian Kilby. And also you can find my stuff at briankilby.com. Diecast, who is very tired. I'm going to go to you next. Diecast, how people get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast. And you can see all my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews.
Cool. Don.
Hey, I can reach on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4, EVR.
He responds a little quicker on Twitter too, because he doesn't have to fight a mute button to
This
do
is
it. So.
true. John.
That John D everywhere.
Chris.
You can find my toy photography work collected at playwithphotography.com. I guess it's getting late for me too. I'm having trouble talking. There's galleries there, articles I've written, things of that nature. Also on social media, you can find my work at instagram.com/playwithphotography or at playwithphotos on Twitter. I posted a couple pictures this afternoon of Generation Select's deep cover, and also one with that and Tiger Track together, which those two actually look really nice in the picture together. If you like the work I do and want to show your support, you can become a patron at patreon.com/playwithphotos for as little as $2 per month and get early access to new galleries that go up. And if you want to follow me personally, I am on Twitter at ChrisRTXV. And if you want to do a random nice thing for me, it's not my birthday anymore, but late gifts are just as good as early gifts. tfradio.net/ChrisList for my Amazon wish list, which also helps you benefit the show.
Excellent. Rob.
Okay, I am on Twitter at Figure Reviewers or Rob Flails. Rob Flails is the official Twitter of Flailthroughs, which is my YouTube channel where I mostly cover Gundam Battle Operation 2 at the moment. That is the free-to-play Gundam game for PS4 and officially, as of this week, PS5. It's been playable on there up to now as a PS4 game, but they're doing some special enhancements for the 12 people who have actually been able to purchase PS5 up to date. And they're also adding English voices, so you will actually know what the operator is trying to say to you while you're getting shot at. So that's going to be a nice feature to have. And they're also bringing back a map from the original game, which I'm both looking forward to seeing again and dreading, just because of how much time I spent on it 5 years ago. But if you want to see all that, youtube.com/flailthroughs. If you like what you see there, patreon.com/flailthroughs, and you can request specific rounds, weapon setups, color schemes, what have you. And also I have a wish list, same deal as Chris's at tfradio.net/claylist.
Excellent. Rob Springer's not here, but you can find him at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter and at zonebase.org. He may have some cool stuff. He always has cool stuff, but we're exchanging some emails, and he may have a pretty cool surprise coming up. So hopefully I didn't spoil anything, Rob. So we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Thank y'all so much. Have a happy day. Okay. We're done recording. Diecast,
Hey, John,
you
you
to
see?
sleep?
Yeah, I wanted to ask John something. I wanted to see if he noticed that the some of the older NECA figures have started showing up at Target again.
Yeah, they're reshipping. Somebody posted on Instagram or Facebook super old stuff, like the second release of the Turtles, which are in their color guide colors or video game colors, the brighter green. I don't know if I've seen any other sightings, so I don't know if we can validate that yet. But they're definitely shipping the Stone Warriors, Rock Soldiers, Triceratons are shipping again, so it's possible. But I mean, we're getting that 4-pack of turtles probably any day now, and the Rat King and Vernon 2-pack is showing up.
Oh yeah, that showed up in Texas, according to the guy you retweeted.
Yeah, basically in Mexico, like super South Texas.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I
which
saw
is like
that.
3
And the other
days
one
drive.
is Roadkill Rodney.
Yeah. That's the Triceratops infantry man dinosaur. Yes. Yes, Dino Man. Anyway, yeah. So that one. So and the Triceratops leaders and then the troop builder are shipping again, like I said. And
You said the turtles are going to ship soon. I need those
Yeah.
turtles.
yeah, they're gonna ship anytime now.
Hopefully, people stay away from them because of the price point.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they just make a lot of them. I mean, that wasn't like the Comic-Con. I guess it was a Comic-Con. Yeah, it was a Comic-Con 4-pack of the concert turtles. That was like 140, 130, 140, and obviously that was a limited release, and that same story it would last like an hour on the shelf. So I would hope, given that these are the 4 Ninja Turtles, and you don't have to explain to the buyer like who are these people, that
if they did a good job hiring, you don't.
well, Brian, then but hopefully they just ordered up on that because it's the Ninja Turtles. It's not Roadkill Rodney and a Triceratops troop builder. There's probably a little bit more convincing there.
So I'll be honest with you. This is going to sound terrible, ageist and everything, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm old, But like at my prior company, basically the organization was you had the merchandiser, and they were the person who was the primary buyer. Above them, you have a merchandising director. Then above them, a merchandising VP. Then above them, an SVP, or what they call a general merchandising manager. Then below the merchant, you would have somebody called a merchandising specialist, who is usually like a 60-year-old lady who, basically did Excel for the merchandiser. But they also got to do some of the buying, and there was too much work for the merchandiser. So I could see somebody in toys, like at a Walmart or a Target, not knowing who the Ninja Turtles were necessarily, at least to begin with.
Yeah, they know LOL, but they don't know.
Yeah. All my grandkids love the LOL.
Yeah, sure. Or they're, they're 25.
It could be. They could be an intern.
Yeah, or just young. I mean, this is ancient. I hate to tell everybody we are ancient, but anyway,
oh, I know.
You're telling somebody, man, this was the bee's knees in like 1988. And they were like, I was -7 in 1988. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
And then you turn to dust and blow away.
Yeah. Hey, so if you're watching video, I'm pulling out my duplicates and I put them in this Ultra Pro container. This is a 250 card container, and I got it for some larger G1 stuff. Not larger as in like city scale, but like larger than like a Diaclone car. Actually, a Diaclone car could go in this as well. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to where's the other ones? I'm trying to pick these up and see, what the different sizes are and what they're good for as far as displaying toys go. So a lot of my stuff will probably go in these containers, which right now the 50 card count I'm using for 2 of the mini bots. But right now I just dumped them all into this. I need to sell these off.
What about like shelving? Like, where are you going to put that on? Like,
I don't know. I could get some like above the cases, the shelves that I have, the bookcases, the coaxes. I could get some of those like picture ledge shelves and then just put them there, because I'll have the walls are 9 feet, so there's plenty of space vertically. above. Like the tallest shelf that I'll have is 6 feet, so I'll have plenty of room to play with. And those shelves are cheap. I could do something like that maybe. That would actually probably look pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or any
Where are you
kind
gonna
of
put
floating
Unicron?
shelf. What?
Where are you going to put Unicron?
So here's a little secret. My 4-year-old will not sleep in her own bed. And she has 2 of her own bed that we've purchased to get her to sleep in it. And then she has our old queen bed as well that she could sleep in that we've put into what will be her room. So it could either go in the queen bed or any of her 2 toddler beds, at least for the next 4 years.
Okay.
It's probably where it's going to go. Under a sheet.
Hilarious. Diecast. So you're going to have to put Unicron in like camera view, but I look behind you. And so where is he going?
I don't know. I originally envisioned him going on the top center shelving unit that's behind me, but I would have to clean off a lot of combiners to make that happen. Because he would take up that whole center section. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put him on top of the shoulders of the 2 Omega Supremes I have over there. And the other one I'm just gonna hang from the ceiling.
Hang from the ceiling. That's what I was going to suggest.
You could do that. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad.
No, hanging that thing like 6.5 feet off the ground, 7 feet off the ground is a choice.
I mean, it wouldn't be that.
I have 9-foot ceilings, so it might work down here.
Yeah, and just make sure that you do use something sturdy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have him in robot mode with his arms out. Like I'm going to
his arms wide. Unicron, his arms wide.
It's gonna be fun. I was actually thinking, it's a shame. Depending on when it ships, if I know where I'm gonna be, I'll just ship him to Brian's house and have him store him in the basement
Unicron
until I get.
You'll still be there when Unicron comes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be. Once I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna have to slowly pack everything up.
So, with everything going on this past week, moving and stuff, or trying to get the house on the market and family and pet stuff, I've been looking at a lot of old photos, and just from the last year, though, I was watching a video that I shot back in January of 2020 when I was like, yeah, we're going to be moving soon, so I'm going to pack everything up. And I did pack everything up basically in February. We didn't move till August, but I'm glad I did. So, it's never too early to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna get going.
Good night, Diecast.
Night, Diecast.
See ya.
Okay, so I have completed Bumblebee. I've completed Gears. I am 1 shy on Cliff Jumper. And I am 3 shy on Brawn. And that surprises me. I figured Cliff Jumper Bumblebee would be the one that I would be short on. So I have to figure out which ones I have. Okay. Oh, tweet this picture out because people always seem to like these. Oops, that's not it. Okay. 4 away. Okay, how's everything going for everybody else?
I'm just waiting for your picture to upload.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Crop. Four left.
What is this, Don? What did you?
Oh, what did
Oh.
Dylan do?
Look at all
Yeah.
these jump drives.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's yeah, Chris. That's
Yeah.
I just on a whim because I never really looked at that because I didn't have. Actually, I found a seller on eBay that has the prism breaker, and I'm just checking with it. It's loose, but supposedly loose and complete. I'm just seeing if it's the DX memory with it or not.
Okay, which cliff jumper do I need?
Yeah, the
blue one.
deluxe T2 Joker memory's always been expensive because, as I recall, that came only as a magazine premium.
Oh,
I can't remember all the. I mean, that was when it really blew up as far as. I mean, all the variations and all the places you could get those memories and stuff. I just didn't keep up with
Yeah, it was a challenge.
how many there were.
okay. Not true. Actually,
Hmm.
maybe not. The the black and white cliff jumper, black and yellow cliff jumper is not in this photo. Instead, there is a blue and bluish green cliff jumper.
Huh.
Ruh-roh.
Wait, are you saying you lost one?
No, I'm saying that picture isn't all inclusive.
Oh.
Oh, let's see here.
Those little card cases, though, are just perfect for those, aren't they?
Yeah. Does everything else match? That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. That's there. Yep. There's at least one cliff jumper. And somebody else had another version of another one, I think, Gears, that I don't have.
Huh.
So the quest continues.
Yeah.
So there's more than 24 of these?
I'm guessing now there's at least 25, 26. I saw one that was a color variant that I thought just might be like a die-lot variation. But
Right.
considering that I'm seeing at least one that I have that's not in that photo, that leaves me cause for
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah. Still, you must be near the end.
I've got to be. Oops. Vice Grip was like, like nice collection. I have this one, and a feeling of intense jealousy over. And my response is, I should respond to him like, "Hey, I'll trade you this. I'll trade you my duplicates for your Minton Box, Dino King." No, he's got Minton Box Lio Kaiser. Still, I would trade my duplicates for his Lio Kaiser.
Hey, Brian, I got a joke question for you.
Yeah, I'm probably not qualified to answer it, but I will do my best.
I got like $6 and $6 in eBay books is expiring, and I really don't have anything to use it for.
Mhm.
I was thinking about getting a wind chill to complete my Arctic Blast because I didn't get wind chill. And I see one that's loose with the gun and both skis for $20 with
Okay.
about 5 shipping. Does that sound pretty good? I mean, do you think it's
Did you look up comps for it?
like what recently sold?
Like what's recently sold? Like I have
Not
no
yet,
idea what
no.
that figure's worth.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't. How do I say this? I don't buy many figures. I prefer the vehicles, and that's what I tend to buy at this point is classic vehicles. If I pick something up, I probably should care more about the figures. I just I don't know. I only have nostalgia for the ones that I had as a kid.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So if I didn't have it, I don't so much care. I mean, there's not that many that I wanted either.
Oh yeah, so I just remembered the other day I saw at Walmart the Awe Strikers were marked down to like $18.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me check my Walmart.
I mean they had like 24 of them, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I've already got an email back from the guy. It says here when you hit the prism memory, it doesn't light up. So that means it's not the DX, right?
Or it's broken.
Well, he says it sounds correctly, but it does not light up.
Yeah, I
So
mean
that
if it has a light and it doesn't light up, it's broken. If there's no LED in it in the first place, it's not the deluxe version.
Yeah, so it may not work in the prism beaker correctly.
No, if it's a candy toy or a gashapon one, it's not going to work quite the same way.
Yeah. Darn it.
I mean, I can double check on that. It's possible that memory never had a light in it, but
Yeah, I mean, if you can do it without it being a bother, because he sent me an offer of it's not much off, but he sent me an offer of like $5 less than retail. It's just I'm just not sure.
okay, let's see. The deluxe prism memory definitely has an LED in it.
Oh, okay, so that's probably the candy toy then.
Candy toy or broken, yeah, and if it's broken, like it might as well be the candy toy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it, oh yeah, because I want it to do what it's supposed to do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I'll probably just get that because I mean, the only other thing that I'm looking at right now is that the action toys, the Tough trailer, the Machine Robo figure. I see one of those, which I can get for a little cheaper than what BBTS is.
And yeah, I just confirmed there's definitely a gashapon prism memory, so
Okay. So probably not going to go with that then.
I mean, if you want to put the link to that listing in the chat here, I'll go take a look at it and see if I can make anything more of it.
Okay. All right, hang on. Do.
Well, I can tell by the build of this memory that it appears to be a deluxe memory because there's no seam across the middle of it.
Okay.
The Gashapon and the Candy Toy ones are all built differently. If I can find a good picture of the Candy Toy Gashapon one to demonstrate. That's probably the deluxe. Well, actually, since my T2 Joker is Gashapon, and see right here.
Yeah.
So that is an assembly seam.
Right.
Because when these come in their capsules, they're not this length because they wouldn't fit in the capsule. So
Yeah, they're two parts.
yeah, then the sticker goes over that. The deluxe ones don't have that, and in the listing you linked me to, I don't see that seam across the Prism memory. So that's a deluxe memory, but what he's telling you is the light doesn't work.
Right. But it should still make all the same sounds though.
It would make the same sounds in the correct sequences. Like it's not going to be like one of these in there where it's going to go through a predetermined cycle of sounds every time the button is pressed.
Right.
That
So
would
it
actually
just
work. Yeah.
it just might not light up correctly.
Yeah, if he's saying that it doesn't light up, then I mean I would probably, take that. I'd probably take that to be true.
Yeah. I'm just wondering because in the box they're running about 100 plus, which I don't really want to pay for that. Just to sort of go with the.
Oh, and
I don't know.
actually,
What do you think, Chris?
I mean, 55 shipped from Japan for this. The condition looks decent. There's no like very obvious paint marring or anything. I mean, I see a little bit of scuffing and chipping on some of the ports,
Yeah.
but nothing like super severe. Also, just for reference, I found a listing with the candy toy or the capsule, whatever it is, Prism memory. And you can actually see that the plastic color is a little bit lighter on it too.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's more of a mint green versus the darker green.
Yeah, it's a lighter color, and it seems like it's a little bit more see-through than the see-through of the deluxe one.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Yeah. But like also if you look close, you can see where the assembly seam is on this one too, and the other one definitely does not have that.
Yeah. That's. You know what? I think I've got a little bit of time on that offer, so I think I'll sleep on that and decide in the morning because I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the help, Chris. It's just I really hadn't thought about this in the longest time because they were always so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me see what I'm looking for here. Oh, they also announced their next Machine Robo release, the blue version of Buggy Man from the Action Toys line.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on Twitter earlier.
Which means we'll definitely get the orange one at some point down the road, and maybe even the green one, which I think was only released in Japan.
I found those Skeletor head Mega Constructs little figure kits the other day.
Oh, I saw those today. Also, the real Ghostbusters Ghost Popper is actually out now.
Oh yeah, I saw that a week or two ago. But there was also a shelf tag for that the Mega Constructs vehicle that popped up on Amazon a couple days ago. The Battle Ram. No, the Mega Constructs Battle Ram.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually going to be popping up in Walmart's too, surprisingly enough. Mostly surprisingly because they cleared out the Point Dread sets, and the way the Rotons are looking, those probably are going to be following soon enough.
Yeah, because I was looking at the clearance section there, and they had the Panther set for, what was it, Brian? When I texted you, 33,
Something like that. I already have it.
40.
Yeah.
Oh, the Point Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that got as low as like $14-15 on clearance. I actually picked up the last one at that price here for Hey Mickey.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the machine robot piece I'm looking at. Because I think they can only do from stuff that was from Revenge of Kronos, I believe.
Rights issues. Oh yeah, I remember this thing. This is the one where they had production samples for like a year and a half before the thing actually got made.
Yeah, this is the one Thew did his review on at least a year over. Because it was sent to him. Yeah, so it's been it's over a year old at this point before it even. And when that was announced, I told. Yeah, and that when the Tough trailer was announced, their version of Phytor was announced as well.
Has that materialized?
Nope, it's still. I haven't seen it. That's the only one of the few actual listings on eBay that's not a pre-order, and I haven't seen anything for the Phytor yet. But
So I just responded to my own tweet with a photo that I took from another collector who has a, let's see here, who has the 7 different bronze figures. So between the 7 bronze and, at least according to that picture,
at least 7 cliff jumpers.
Yeah, 7 cliff jumpers. Yeah, so
that's a minimum of 26 figures then.
Yeah.
All right, so you're 6 off instead of 4.
Yeah.
Not bad though.
Still not bad, yeah. Okay. I sleep on it in wind chill, Don said. It reminds me, one thing on my list right now is a windmill. The Action Master Elite.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to be cheap. I remember a couple years ago, it was at one of the final BotCons a couple years ago. That one, those of y'all that went there, you might remember that one British seller that always had really great stuff, but he was so expensive. But he had all 4 Action Master Elites on card.
Oh dear God!
For $8 or $8.50
total.
Yeah, but again, this was.
You know how much you sell for a piece on eBay now?
I know. Again, this was like at least 10+ years ago. I mean, it was a while back. It wasn't any time. But yeah.
Yeah. The asking price anyway on eBay is usually like about $1,200 to $1,400 each.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you. I mean, I had a chance back in 1996 to buy all 4 of the Shogun Warriors.
Oh yeah.
the 3 robots and the Godzilla. The 3 robots had the boxes and were like 95% complete for all 3 of them. The Godzilla was complete just with no box. I was offered to get all 4 for $500. That was a month's rent at the time when I was a service merchandise. I just did not have the money to get, but I wanted them. And if I had all of them now in that shape, but I mean, this is toys is not the way to bank on your nest egg.
No, it's not an investment.
No.
I wonder if BotCon Double Punch has the same breakage risk as other versions of Energon Scorponok.
I wanted Barbarian for the longest time, but when those prices just kept going up, so because I didn't really care about the other one, but I always wanted Barbarian, and he was just going for just too damn much.
Just BotCon Double Punch is such a pretty toy, and I've always had my eye on it. But then at some point, people started talking about that Scorponok mold having breakage issues, and then it just seemed like a bad idea to buy a BotCon toy based on it.
Yeah,
but maybe it's just like a specific plastic color issue. I don't really know. I will tell you, I've not really handled my Energon Scorponok since learning any of this.
Now. Wait a minute, Energon Scorponok. I thought you meant the Beast Force Scorponok that was the BotCon Japan one. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, they did do a double punch on that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was a 2-pack with either it was sold as a set, or you could buy. I can't remember if you had to buy them individually, or they were sold as a set in like 2 different boxes. Like but yeah, it was Barbarian. And that double punch from the Beast Wars molds.
Yeah, BotCon Japan stuff is just like not something I'm as conversant with as I would want to be.
Yeah, well, I've got my the Knights versus Pirates set where we got that the Headmaster Scorponok, because Night Sword mentioned it. I've got that I got that set over there on the shelf. Where they retooled that Scorponok to be the Headmaster.
Okay, the Polar Claw exclusive was Grizzly 1.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. I was thinking Barbarian was the name.
I think Barbarian was the working pre-release name for Polar Claw.
That was 30 years ago at this point. See, 95, 2000. Yeah. It was a very long time ago.
Grizzly 1 was based on the initial color, the initial deco for the Polar Claw mold when it wasn't going to be a polar bear specifically. And I think the working name for it then was Barbarian, but then, Grizzly 1 in this application, probably because for Japan, that's easier to deal with phonetically.
Oh, cool. Comixology has Regeneration 1 trades on sale.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure I really want to revisit that, unfortunately.
Wait, Regeneration 1?
I mean, yeah.
I know.
I mean, I really enjoyed it when it started, but it's almost like they forgot to spread out the story. It's like, here's all the stuff happening, and then here's the last 3 issues, and here's all the story. It's like it's pacing was just not there.
There was a lot of things that weren't there.
And I'm one of the biggest Marvel G1 fans, but I don't know what I wanted when they picked up after 80, but that just did not. It wasn't what I don't know what I wanted, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was what anybody wanted. At least they didn't try to do Regeneration 2.
Well, Regeneration 1 they basically ignored the Regeneration 2 miniseries.
Yeah.
So it was like...
I mean, I think Generation 2 would have been a more interesting thing to follow up on as a story. But considering how Regeneration 1 went, I still wouldn't really want that to have happened.
Yeah. Because I was looking, because I've got the Titan trade of Headmasters 1 through 4. I've got that. I just can't put my hands on it right now. And I was looking at the what the prices were on Amazon. I know. They are very pricey right now. At least I'm caught up on Kingdom. I'm caught up on 86. Other than Grimlock.
I just need cup, and then I'll be caught up with the current lines.
Yeah, well, they'll show up. I'll do my best to help, man, if I can. It's just
hopefully my local stores will start stocking the new Studio Series stuff, and we won't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, because apparently in the 2 or 3 days in between me checking, I thought my local Walmart had done the reset, but no, they had completely redid the row in between the times I had checked, and
it's okay. They probably didn't put out any new inventory in that process.
Well, they did all that new Predator stuff. Almost all that.
Yeah, most Transformers.
I know, but I'm saying, when I went out of town last week, every Walmart, including the Walmart that literally had no Transformers on the shelf, there was not a single Transformer anywhere in the section. Not on the top, not on the bottom, not on the pegs. They literally had no product on the shelf. But that section with the new Predator stuff, it was completely full. I'm thinking, really? Really?
Hey Don, go to bed.
Yeah.
Hey, people watching live.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're going to drop.
Well, see, I'm off. Yeah, see, I'm off tomorrow, and I was trying to stay up a little while longer, but I think I gotta go.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to start dropping streams. People watching Facebook, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Twitch, adios. Periscope, via con Dios. My YouTube.